Good afternoon, everyone. Myself B. Kashinath, working as senior lecturer in Government Polytechnic Sangareddy. Presently, I am going to teach uh, subject of electronic measuring instrument, and the subject code is 18EC 504. It comes under the elective subject. So 18EC 504 E. And it is the first option in the elective subject. Today we are going to discuss about the uh, topic of AC bridges, which is second unit or second chapter in the electronic measuring instruments. Subtopic is Maxwell's bridge. So on completion of this period, you will be able to understand the Maxwell bridge circuit, and you can measure the unknown inductance using the Maxwell bridge. So Maxwell bridge is used to measure the unknown inductance. So if you in one mark question, if the question like Maxwell bridge is used for measurement of, then you have to write it is used for measure the unknown inductance. Unknown inductance and limitation. We will also discuss about the limitations of the Maxwell's bridge. So Maxwell bridge measures the unknown inductance in terms of a known capacitor value. So Maxwell bridge measures the unknown inductance in terms of known capacitors. So the unknown inductance is connected in the fourth arm of the bridge. So we have already discussed about the Wheatstone bridge. So what is bridge circuit and what is Wheatstone bridge, and how you are measuring the unknown resistance using the Wheatstone bridge. And we have also discussed about the Thevenin equivalent circuit of the Wheatstone bridge, as well as applications and limitations of the Wheatstone bridge. So a bridge circuit is nothing but is a simple form of a network consisting of 4 resistance arms forming a closed circuit. So what is bridge circuit? So a bridge circuit is network consisting of 4 resistance arms forming a closed circuit with a DC source of current applied to two opposite junctions and a current detector connected to other two junctions, that we are calling it as a bridge circuit. So bridge circuit consists of 4 resistive arms forming a closed circuit with DC source of current applied to two opposite junctions and a current detector connected to two other junctions. And these bridge circuits are extensively used for measuring the values of your resistance, inductance and capacitance. So these bridge circuits compares the value of unknown component with that of a accurately known component or a standard component, and its measurement is very high because of the readout of these comparisons is based on the null indication of the bridge balance, which is very much essential, and it is independent of the characteristics of the null detector. So therefore the measurement accuracy is directly related to the null indicator used. And the basic DC bridge which is used to measure the unknown resistance is the Wheatstone bridge. So we have discussed about the diagram, Wheatstone bridge diagram, and how we are connecting the source of EMF, and how we are connecting the current indicator, that is galvanometer, and under the bridge balance conditions the galvanometer current will be 0. During that we have measured the values of current I1 and I2 which is nothing but equal to I3 and I4, and we have done simple mathematical calculations to get the unknown in the unknown resistance. Rx will be equal to R2 R3 by R1, R2 R3 by R1, and we have discussed about the applications and limitations of the Wheatstone bridge. Today we are going to discuss about the Maxwell's bridge. So Maxwell's bridge, it is used to measure the unknown inductance in terms of the known capacitance. Unknown inductance in terms of the known capacitance. So if it is comes for the one mark question, you have to write Maxwell bridge is used to measure the unknown inductance in terms of the known capacitance. So any bridge we will be having the for two opposite junctions we are connecting the supply, and for the two opposite junctions we are connecting the galvanometer or a detector circuit. So and we will be having the four arms of the bridge. Two arms we are having, we will calling it as ratio arms. Third arm is standard arm. Fourth arm is unknown arm. So in that ratio arms, one of the ratio arms has a resistance and a capacitance in parallel, and that first ratio arm consisting of resistance and capacitance in parallel, where the resistance is variable, and the other ratio arm has a fixed resistance of R2. So first ratio arm is having uh, a resistance and a capacitance in a parallel. Resistance and a capacitance in a parallel means R1 is in parallel with C1, where R1 is variable, and the other ratio arm consisting of a fixed resistance of R2, and the third arm has a variable resistance for balancing the bridge is called R3, and the fourth arm, the final arm, where the unknown inductance is connected with a unknown resistance. So as in DC bridge we are having only resistances, so this Maxwell bridge is a AC bridge. Maxwell bridge is a AC bridge. So we are calling the arms are uh, uh, arms we are calling it as impedances. So four bridge arms, Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4 are called as impedances, and the detector is represented by the headphones. Here the detector is represented by the headphones. And the general equation for the bridge balance from the basic bridge conditions. As from the DC bridge we are calling it as R1 R4 equal to R2 R3. Here it is Z1 Z4 equal to Z2 Z3. Your Z4 is the unknown quantity, so we are calling it as Zx will be equal to Z2 Z3 by Z1. So when it is going to the numerator, Z2 Z3 into Y1, where the Y1 is the admittance of arm 1. So this is the block diagram of or figure of the Maxwell bridge. So for the two opposite arms we are connecting the uh, two junctions of where two opposite junctions we are connecting the supply E. For the two other junctions we are connecting the detector, which is nothing but the headphones. In the first arm we are having the resistance and capacitance in parallel. So this is the ratio arm. R1 is variable, and in the another ratio arm you are having the resistance R2, and in the third you will be having the standard uh, one. You will be having the variable resistor R3 to balance the bridge. In the fourth arm, unknown arm, you are having the unknown resistance and unknown inductance are connected. So this is a AC bridge, and 4 arms having the impedances Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, where Z1 is the parallel combination of R1 and C1, Z2 is R2, Z3 is R3, Z4 is series combination of Rx and Lx. So you can draw this diagram or take a screenshot. So the 4 bit arms Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4 are impedances, and the detector is represented by the headphones. And when the bridge is balanced, the detector response is 0, or it indicates the null. So when the bridge is balanced, the detector response is 0, or it indicates a null. So balance adjustment to obtain the null response is made by varying one or more of the bridge arms. So that balance adjustment is done by varying either R3 or R1, either R3 or R1. So we are calling it as balance adjustment to obtain the null indication in the detector is made by varying one or more of the bridge arms, that are R1 and or R3. So the conditions for the bridge balance requires that, so you can take these points similar to the Wheatstone bridge A, B, C, D. Then the condition for bridge balance requires that the potential difference from A to C, potential difference from A to C be 0. This will be the case when voltage drop from B to A equals the voltage drop from B to C, both in magnitude and phase. So here we are calling it as phase because it is impedances. So we are taking as it is the diagram of uh, so at detect in between detectors you are having A and C, in between electric supply B and D. So based on that, conditional bridge balance requires that the potential difference between the detector arms, so A and C, a A and C is connected between the detector, B and D is connected between the electric supply. So for conditions that detector response has to 0 means potential difference between A to C should be 0. So this will be the case when the voltage drop from B to A equals the voltage drop from B to C in both magnitude as well as phase. So you can call it as I1 Z1 will be equal to I2 Z2, where I1, I2, I3, I4 are the currents through the arms, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2 are ratio arms, 3 is standard arm, 4 is unknown arm. So based on that, you will be having the from the figure you can write it as Z2 is R2, Z3 is R3, and for the bridge balance, condition is I1 Z1 should be equal to I2 Z2. I1 Z1 should be equal to I2 Z2, and your Y1, that is admittance, is 1 by R1 plus j omega C1. 1 by R1 plus j omega C1. So for zero detector current, so that is the balance conditions, the currents are I1 will be equal to E by your supply voltage by Z1 plus Z3. Similarly, I2 will be equal to E by Z2 plus ZX. E by Z2 plus ZX. So for zero detector current, that is the balance conditions, the currents are I1 will be equal to E by Z1 plus Z3, and I2 will be E by Z2 plus ZX, and you are having Z2 equal to R2, Z3 equal to R3, and Y1 is 1 by R1 plus j omega C1. Now substitute this in the equation I1 Z1 equal to I2 Z2, then you will be having the E by Z1 plus Z3 is I1 into Z1 will be equal to E by Z2 plus ZX into Z2. Then your E and E will gets cancelled. So then you will getting the Z1 by Z1 plus Z3 will be equal to Z2 by Z2 plus ZX. Then by simple mathematical calculations, you can have Z1 ZX will be equal to Z2 Z3, where from that you can say that ZX will be equal to Z2 Z3 by Z1, or Z2 Z3 into Y1. So your ZX is Rx plus j omega Lx. ZX is Rx plus j omega Lx will be equal to Z2 Z3 into Y1. So your Z2 is R2, Z3 is R3 into Y1 is 1 by R1 plus j omega C1. So R2 into R3 into 1 by R1 plus j omega C1. Now you can separate the real and imaginary parts. You can get the value of Rx will be equal to R2 R3 by R1 as that of the like Wheatstone bridge. Similarly, so equating j omega Lx equal to R2 R3 into j omega C1, then you are getting j omega gets cancelled. Your Lx will be equal to R2 R3 C1, R2 R3 C1. So from this equation you can say that the unknown inductance in terms of the known capacitance C1, known capacitance C1, you are getting the unknown inductance. So your Lx is R2 R3 C1, which is used to calculate the unknown inductance in terms of the known capacitance, unknown inductance in terms of the known capacitance. And Maxwell bridge is limited to the measurement of inductance of only medium Q coils. So this is the major limitations of the Maxwell bridge. Only it is used to for the measurement of the inductance of the medium Q coils. And the usual procedure for balancing the Maxwell bridge is by first adjusting the R3 for inductive balance and then adjusting R1 for resistive balance. So usual procedure for balancing the Maxwell bridge, usual procedure for the balancing the Maxwell bridge is by first adjusting the value of R3, then for inductive balance, then adjusting R1 for resistive balance. Resistive balance. Uh, the phase angles of the resistive element in arm 2 and arm 3, you are getting up to 0 degrees. So as we have seen that uh, the voltage drop from A to C should be 0, means the voltage drop from B to A equals the voltage drop from B to C in both magnitude and phase. The phase angles of the resistive elements in arm 2 and arm 3, so as they both are resistors, there is no phase angle, so 0 phase angle, whereas the sum of the phase angles of arm 1 and arm 4 must also add up to 0 degrees. So means in arm 1 you are having parallel combination of R1 C1, arm 4 you are having series combination of Rx and Lx. So uh, that phase also should be added up to 0 degrees. Then the phase angles of high quality Q coils will be very nearly 90 degrees 90 degrees means uh, where we are having the high quality coils having the high Q value, having the phase angle of 90 degrees positive, which requires that the phase angle of the capacitive arm must also very nearly to be 90 degrees. Then only the phases will get cancelled and resultant phase will be equal to 0. So those are the limitations of the Maxwell's bridge. And also you can find out the values of quality factor by simple equation of omega Lx by Rx. Omega Lx by Rx. So omega into your Lx from the equation is R2 R3 into C1, and your Rx is R2 R3 by R1. So your Q value is omega C1 into R1. Your quality factor will comes as omega C1 into R1. And it is unsuited for measurement of the inductance of coils with very low Q values. So Maxwell bridge is not suited for the measurement of inductance of coils with very low Q values. So it is used only for quality measured for quality factor of between 1 to 10 only, not used for high values of Q and not used for low values of Q. So only it is used for medium values of Q only. So for balancing the Maxwell bridge, first adjust the R3 for the inductive balance and R1 for the resistive balance. So this is how we are balancing the Maxwell bridge, and we are getting the quality factor of Q equal to omega C1 into R1. Omega C1 into R1. uh, we can also have the applications of the Maxwell bridge. It is used for measurement of the medium values of inductance measurements, and medium values of quality factor used for measurement of unknown inductance. And uh, these are the applications, and you can have the limitations of it is independent of the whatever the uh, values which we are coming that are independent of the excitation frequency, and it is only used for measurement of medium q values. uh, uh, Another limitation is we are using the fixed capacitor, which is having the disadvantage that there is an interaction between the resistance and reactance balances. So that is also one of the problem in case of the Maxwell bridges. So we can have some simple problems like if suppose in a Maxwell bridge C1 is 0.01 microfarads, R1 is 470 kilo ohms, R2 is 5.1 kilo ohms, R3 is 100 kilo ohms. Then find the series equivalent of the unknown impedance. So we are having the values of R1, C1, R2, R3. Then from the Maxwell bridge equations, your Rx will be R2 R3 by R1. So your R2 is 5.1 K, R3 is 100 K divided by 470 K. So your unknown resistance will be 1.09 kilo ohms. Similarly, Lx will be equal to R2 into R3 into C1. So R2 is substituting the values, R2 is 5.1 K into R3 is 100 K, C1 is 0.01 microfarads. Then you are getting the 5.1 Henry. Your Lx is 5.1 Henries. So from this class we have learned about the uh, what is Maxwell bridge. So it is used for measurement of unknown inductance in terms of the known capacitance. So it is having the four arms. So two for the two opposite arms we are connecting the electricity supply. For the other two arms we are connecting the uh, detector. So, detector is headphone in this case. So we are having the first arm as R1C1, a parallel combination of R1C1. Second arm we are having R2, and third arm variable resistance R3, and fourth arm your RX and LX are connected. So these four bridge arms we are calling it as four impedances, and the detector is represented by the headphones. And when the bridge is balanced, the detector has to give the zero response, means it indicates the null response. So we have to adjust the balance adjustment, uh, like balancing the Maxwell bridge is by first adjusting the R3 for inductive balance, then adjusting the R1 for resistive balance. So from that the bridge, when detector response is 0, the potential difference between A to C is 0, which means the potential from B to A should be equal to B to C. From that we can write, uh, we are already known that the current through the arms are I1, I1, I2, I3, I4. So from this A to C potential is 0, means B to A should be equal to B to C, the potentials. So that will be I1 Z1 will be equal to I2 Z2. By using the simple mathematical calculations, we are finding I1 equal to E by Z1 plus Z3, I2 equal to E by Z2 plus Zx. So now by solving the equations we are getting Z1 Zx equal to Z2 Z3. So your Zx will be Z2 Z3 into Y1, and substituting the values of Z2 equal to R2, Z3 equal to R3, and Zx equal to Rx plus j omega Lx, and your Y1 is equal to 1 by Z1, which is equal to 1 by R1 plus j omega C1. So your Y1 is 1 by R1 plus j omega C1. Then substituting these values in the equation, then you are getting Rx equal to R2 R3 by R1, Lx equal to R2 R3 into C1. So you are getting the unknown inductance in terms of the known capacitance. And the major limitations of the Maxwell bridge is it is used for only measurement of medium values of quality factor, that is 1 to 10. It is not used for measuring the high values of Q, as well as low values of q less than 1, and q value by substituting the equation in omega lx by rx, we are getting q equal to omega c1 into r1. So Maxwell bridge is used to measure the unknown inductance. Maxwell bridge is used to measure the unknown inductance measurement. Maxwell bridge is used to measure the medium Q coils, not used for high and low Q coils. So for short questions, you can ask the mention the limitations of Maxwell bridge and what is the use of Maxwell bridge, and draw the circuit of Maxwell bridge and determine the unknown inductance value in terms of the known capacitance, or you can ask some simple problems on the Maxwell bridge equations. Thank you everyone.